The nightmare that began in Chicago in the early 1980s, carried out by the men known as the Ripper Crew. This is part 2, the woman who survived and lived to tell the truth. Her name was Beverly Washington, and her testimony ended the reign of the Ripper Crew. On October 6, 1982, Beverly Washington, 22, accepted what she thought was a modeling job from a man driving a red van. Inside, she was injected with an unknown substance, then lost consciousness. She later whispered to detectives from her hospital bed. She awoke nude, gagged, and restrained, with 2 men nearby, one with dark hair and a beard. Hours later, she regained awareness beside railroad tracks on Chicago's South Side, critically injured but alive. Doctors later called her survival a medical miracle. Police traced that van to Edward Spritzer and Robin Gecht. Inside, they found restraints, surgical wire, and personal items later tied to several missing women. Beverly's eyewitness account became the cornerstone of the investigation. Months earlier, Angel York had also escaped a red van after being injected and assaulted. Her medical report matched Beverly's wounds almost exactly, evidence that connected the attacks and confirmed a serial pattern.
In court, Gecht's wife told investigators her husband had once cut her breast during sex, and often spoke of removing women's breasts. She later added that he was home the night of one attack, a statement that partly contradicted her earlier confession, but didn't erase the pattern she described.
Gecht's former girlfriend, a waitress, testified that he repeatedly asked her to cut off her own breasts, and that he was fixated on them. Together, their statements revealed a man consumed by violent sexual obsession, matching the ritual details his followers later confessed. Investigators found that the Ripper Crew used a disturbing mix of tools to carry out their crimes. Confessions and evidence linked them to thin wire garrots or guitar strings, surgical blades, and restraints such as handcuffs and straps inside the red van where victims were attacked. Survivors also reported being injected with an unknown substance, and police later discovered syringes, candles, and occult items in what Gecht called his chapel. These findings revealed how the group blended sadistic violence, ritual symbolism, and psychological control to dominate and terrify their victims. Psychologists diagnosed Robin Gecht with antisocial personality disorder and sexual sadism. His followers, men of borderline intellect, said they feared they'd become the next sacrifice if they disobeyed him. Beverly Washington's identification finally stopped them. Gecht received 120 years. Spritzer, life. Andrew Kokorolice, execution. Yet in 2019, brother Thomas Kokorolice walked free after 35 years, released under an old good behavior law. His release sparked protests across Illinois, crowds demanding, "How can a man involved in such horror walk out?" Lawmakers soon moved to close those loopholes. Beverly Washington never sought fame. She said, "I want to be remembered for helping stop them, not for what they did to me." Her voice ended Chicago's darkest chapter. What case should I cover next? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe out there.